The environment towards migrants in New Zealand society in general has actually been pretty positive. Migrants have really contributed and continue to contribute quite a significant amount both to New Zealand society and the New Zealand economy. It's really critical that we continue to enable people to come to New Zealand and enable them to enjoy the things that New Zealand has to offer, but also what they bring to New Zealand. So in the aged care sector, much of our workforce in the aged care sector is foreign. They have kept our elderly and our sick well during COVID. And we have been grateful to have them here. We've had to roll over the government has had to roll over some of their visas to ensure that they were able to stay here. So we should have been a little bit better at managing that. Similarly, we've got great demand for our agricultural and horticultural products, and we have huge amounts of non-New Zealanders, migrants working in those areas. And in fact, in the current dairy season, it's unlikely that we'll be able to provide all the supply to meet the demand because we simply won't have enough workers in that sector. Our natural population growth is not at 1. So what that means is that we're not populating at the same rate that we need to in order to grow as a population. Therefore, if our economy grows, but our population is not growing, we are going to have to continue to rely on, as I said, on migrants to fill those gaps. And there needs to be a greater recognition of the role that they play in that regard, as I said, across the economy, across society and culturally. We want clear rules that enable people to understand what they would need to do to come into New Zealand, clear rules for employers so they know what they need to do if they are in the market, if they're in the global market trying to attract global talent. So it's not much really, it's just a lot of clarity from governments and make sure that they move away from a lot of the political messaging, which has been quite negative.